Jackson Panare, Jackson Galloway, and Silas Robson all get on a call at 5 a.m. every Friday to review Bigfoot sightings for no particular reason at all. They discuss whether or not they are real or turkey. Thank you for watching the Sasquatch Searchers.
Welcome back, everybody, to our 5th episode. Today we have a special guest, Cole, in the house. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what's your favorite cryptid?
Oh my gosh. You were right when you said about right on the spot. Well, for starters, I'm friends to these doofuses. He's just over here nodding. He's just over here nodding. Favorite cryptid. I'm gonna say one of my favorites is just a funny one, which is Frogman. The Frogman. Those are funny. The story is just hilarious. I mean, little dudes with wands. It's a whole thing.
I don't think I was ever told that story.
No, but it's hilarious. You have to look at the story of the guy who met the frogmen. There was like 4 of them. I'm not joking.
Is that your favorite cryptid?
It's one of my favorites, yes.
Well, what is your favorite?
Favorite. Okay, 2 questions. 1, do dragons count as cryptids? That's the one thing. The one thing. He's over here and shaking his head. No. They are just as mysterious and sighted as Bigfoot and all that.
Yeah?
I guess.
So I'm gonna go. They're just a cryptid species.
Yeah, sure, bud.
But I'm gonna have to go with Yeti.
Yeti.
Good pick.
Well, that's perfect because that's what we're doing today. So,
That's pretty good.
So who wants to start us off with their first bit of evidence, if anyone has any?
I was a last minute guess, so I have none. Whoever's listening, they were scraping this all together, and they just invited me. Yay!
Yeah, we were like, oh shoot, we don't have anything for this episode. Better get Cole. He'll save the whole thing.
No, I won't. I'll probably ruin you.
He's gonna demonetize us before we get monetized.
If we haven't already been.
So anyways, today we're going to be discussing white Bigfoot.
You know, you've got white Bigfoot.
The hood
Oh, here we
Bigfoot.
go
I'm not
again.
doing that. I'm not doing it
The
again.
hood Bigfoot.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I have a picture.
Oh no.
I'm gonna figure out how to zoom it in before I show. Because
That's a really scary thought.
I'm
What
sure
is he gonna zoom in on?
Probably
we all
his
know
toe.
what he zoomed in on last time.
I don't want to see that again.
Ooh.
Oh,
Man,
I
popping
do.
my fingers, it
Oh,
feels so
God.
good. Popping my fingers feels so good.
Okay, so this is a picture, so not super crazy or anything. This is the first thing I saw.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world? What? Give me half a
There
second.
was a lot of stuff happening there.
Google search, why does my womb smell bad?
What?
I wouldn't doubt that being in Cy or Cole's search history.
Okay, you all can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try and zoom it in again. There we go. That didn't zoom in. Anyway,
So
I don't know how visible that is for you guys.
I mean, I can
think
see it.
that is
That's something.
nothing.
Do you not see it?
That looks like
Looks like some backyard.
Cole's bedroom.
Nah, mine's worse.
At least he's honest.
Actually, my bedroom's like quite clean right now.
That's
Not
surprising.
Brag. Not to brag.
Yeah. Okay, well, is there something about like Yeti's footprints are supposed like he only has 3 toes or something?
Definitely.
Here you go with the toes again. I mean,
Okay, that's just
He ain't gonna
Okay.
deny.
okay. Look,
what?
No,
Look at that.
you can. There are 5 toes.
There are 5.
huge. I would say normal, but it's not really. And then 3 tiny ones.
Yeah, so he's got 5 toes.
But still, like that's a they
That's the
don't
most-
look
For
it doesn't
context, for
look like
audio
a foot.
listeners, we're looking at the very famous photo from the 50s
Mm-hmm.
of a footprint taken in the Himalayas 18,000 feet up from sea level.
Okay. What I'm gonna say. One of the ways you can see that that's probably faked is because of that one massive toe.
Well,
Okay,
yes
because between
and
the third-
no.
The 3 and the 4th toe, if you look at large apes, you'll see that there are spacings in their feet, like there are spacings in their toes. That big toe is probably either fake or horrendously deformed.
Yeah,
He got a
He
deformed
got
face.
stung by a
I can
bee.
definitely see what you're saying, but like another thing, that big toe could make it like even more believable
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if you've seen the way that wind works with footprints in the snow, but when it's windy, the wind kind of chips away at the edges of the footprint, which I
Mhm.
think could be exactly if oh my gosh. If this is real, then that big toe could literally just be the result of the wind kind of chipping away at that entire side of the footprint.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
That would
And-
explain why it looks really wide.
Yeah.
Well, like to me, I don't know. Like this footprint, just I look at this and I think of the Yeti, and then I think of Bigfoot, and I start to realize like the differences between the two because Bigfoot's footprints, while ape-like, are very humanoid,
Yeah.
and then you look at this.
And also Bigfoot, the footprints are very consistent. Like
Yeah.
this, I don't even know half of what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's in the snow, but
And I feel like with snow, like where Yeti's supposed to be, like there's a lot of snow.
Well, yeah.
like a lot of snow.
Yeti's, I would assume he's really heavy. So I would assume that these would be a lot deeper.
Yeah, this is way shallow.
Well, I mean,
Yes
unless-
and
well-
no, because like
you don't know when this footprint, like when he stepped here, and the time that it took him to step there and to get this photograph, it could have snowed more and filled up the footprint and slightly deformed it and covered it, hence the big toe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's true.
like if you look at top of the toes, like if you notice the snow gets slightly deeper the lower down you look at the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's either and if you look at the picture, it's not clear whether or not it's actually a slope.
Yeah, that's true.
So the heel might be actually touching like the bottom of a slope, and then he's just walking up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why you see the weird incline, like
Okay, so
because it's not
Yeah,
clear at all.
you gotta factor in the snow here. It's not like Bigfoot
Mhm.
footprints where it's mostly in like mud or just the ground and dirt and stuff. Like the snow will change the footprint. Like
yeah.
like if you look at the far left toe, you can barely see it because of the snow. And then the more right you look, the more formation of the toe is there. So again, it just depends when this footprint was actually made to where the photo was taken.
Yeah. And what year was this footprint?
This
The
was
50s?
1951. So I don't know if you can tell, but this photo is in black and white.
I mean,
It's pretty
I mean,
easy to tell.
So I'm gonna read this thingy from Wikipedia on this
on the foot.
footprint, yeah. So, Western interest in the Yeti peaked dramatically in the 1950s. While attempting to scale Mount Everest in 1951, Eric Shipton took photographs of a number of large prints in the snow at about 6,000 meters or 20,000 feet above sea level. Shipton took 3 photographs, one depicting the tracks and the other 2 of one particular print, which was size compared by a pickaxe and a boot. The footprints had distinct 2 large toes and 3 smaller digits close together. These photos have been subject to intense scrutiny and debate. Some argue they are the best evidence of Yeti's existence, while others contend the prints are those of a mundane creature that have been distorted by the melting snow. Jeffrey
that could also
Meldrum
happen.
examined a reconstructed form of the print in 2008, noting that one of the large toes was the result of macrodactyly, whatever that means. He also stated that the alignment of the toes matched that of a gray ape, and the Yeti would likely spend more time in the subtropical region of the Himalayas. Meldrum stated it was hard to conclusively say the prints were genuine since Shipton only took 2 photos of a single track.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting. What is macrodactyly?
Probably some like
Oh,
toe
Lord.
deformality.
No, hold on. Okay,
Oh,
I think it's
Lord.
when your
What?
fingers, like it's like spread right here, and then
That's terrifying.
your fingers go. Oh, hold on. Can you look up a picture?
Of what?
Macrodactyly.
No, I really don't want to because I'm looking at a picture of it right now and it's horrifying.
Ew.
No, it's
What?
where it's where right here is gone,
No.
and your fingers are spread out.
No.
No, that's like hold on. Is that pterodactyl? It's like a pterodactyl.
No, this is a different
something.
thing. So,
What are you looking at?
Wikipedia right now. So, macrodactyly is localized gigantism.
Oh,
So,
big toe.
basically, yeah.
It means basically a part of your body will grow bigger than the rest.
Yeah. It is more common in fingers and toes.
Mm.
However, sometimes an entire limb may be enlarged.
Ugh.
I'm looking at a photo of someone with
Oh, I've
2
seen a
big
video of a
toes right
dude.
now.
I've seen a
I
video of a
I
dude
don't want to see that.
who had a medical disease to where he literally had a arm that looked like Popeye the Sailor Man.
No, this is terrible.
I don't want to see that.
His arm was twice
Yeah,
the
you-
size of his left
No, I
arm.
don't.
Ugh, that's gross. Ew.
Why do you keep looking at it then?
It's ingrained into my brain.
I saw someone in real life with this before.
Oh, you're looking at a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's gross.
Jeez.
Anyways,
Yeah, let's just continue. Stop talking about big toes.
I mean, I think that footprint could be real.
No. not
Did
like-
you guys know that hobbits existed in real life?
From what you're looking at?
I'm gonna slap him.
Yeah,
Man. If he,
no,
if
I'm
he
just-
says
I'm looking through the Yeti Wikipedia article, and it mentions this
Hobbits?
thing, Homo floresiensis, also known as Flores man or Hobbit, is an extinct species of small archaic humans that inhabited the island of Flores, Indonesia until the arrival of modern humans about
What?
50,000 years ago.
Huh?
that's inaccurate because, again,
Hobbit?
50,000 years ago.
Yeah, 50,000 years ago is a long time, but there's like real skulls and skeletons and stuff.
Hobbits.
Okay.
Hobbits Rising
That's
Guard.
kind of funny.
Anyways, back on Yeti.
Oh my gosh.
Those pictures are
Okay,
hard to look.
yeah. There were definitely tiny people that lived on this island, but this is saying, oh, it's an entirely different species.
You've gone down a rabbit hole.
It's called midgets.
Yeah, it's just
Mhm.
literally called being a small person. I know many of them.
I mean, there were incredibly short people like a long time ago, but
Oh yeah.
saying that those incredibly short people are an entirely
entirely different species. We are
is a
calling
bit
you
So rude.
stupid.
we
It's
are
Hobbit.
calling you Hobbit.
Like,
oh
they're
my
like,
gosh, it just
they're like, ooh, we found a monkey. Let's slap some human feet on it. Hobbit.
No, for real though. That is so rude because like these are just literal people that are living on the island. They just happen to be a foot shorter than everybody else.
Hobbits.
And then the Englishmen show up on the island are just like, look, hobbits.
I'm below 5 foot, so I'm suddenly a hobbit. And like a big hairy feet that can't fit in any shoes. Maybe you're right.
I don't know, but that's a fun discovery I've just made. Hobbits are real, guys.
We went down a crazy rabbit hole. Oh gosh.
No, we went down a hobbit hole.
Where's the green door?
Onto the hill.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins.
That dude dies.
What?
Merlin literally dies and then gets reincarnated or whatever and turns into
Merlin?
No, sorry, Gandalf.
Oh my lord! I was about to say, what are you talking about? Merlin?
Thinking of something else. Hold on. Yeah, I can't save myself from that one. Yeah, I said Merlin. Hey, they're two old wizard dudes who showed up in movies.
I guess.
How did we go to this?
Okay, let's just keep going with Yeti, please.
It's Gandalf. Gandalf Stormcrow.
Yes, I know it's Gandalf. Gosh.
Anyways, back on the Yeti.
Wow.
Yes, let's get back on the Yeti.
What else do you have, Silas?
I have a
Sounds
report.
Sounds like it's a lot.
I have a report from BFRO.
They have
Okay.
Yeti reports on the BFRO.
That's what this one says.
I didn't even
The
know
site
that.
sighting of Yeti crossing glacier in the Himalayas, Class A sighting, submitted by witness on Friday, May 31st, 2002.
Whoa.
Year. Okay, the year was 1977, but it was submitted in 2002.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
30-year difference.
You see, way back in the day.
That already kind of knocked down a lot of believable points for me. It waited that long to submit it or publish
Well,
it.
it didn't. The BFRO didn't exist until like
Was this report
96.
was this report published anywhere else besides that?
I have no idea.
Mm.
Okay, just read it. Just read it.
Okay, it's kind of lengthy.
Oh boy.
Location details. At the base of Langtang Lirung is a valley where the trail is. I climbed up a hill in the middle of the basin, looked directly across to the 25,000 foot peak of Langtang Lirung. I think I pronounced that correctly. This report is so old, I doubt that it may be of any use. When I was 16 years old, I was backpacking alone in the north central region of Nepal.
Why?
So many tourist hikers try to get near Everest that I went to a region quite far from it and as remote as I could get to,
Why?
which was the Langtang Lirung area. The way that this guy wrote this out is so hard to read. I didn't have a tent and took refuge from the cold with yak herders on occasion. When he's 16.
What?
One
what is
night-
this guy doing?
One night near Chomki, I heard many long series of howls. I asked the Sherpa guy through gestures what was that, and he said Yeti, with the unremarkable exuberance that a resident of Arizona may have when hearing a coyote sound off. Okay.
You know, it's just Yeti.
It was just
Just
a Yeti.
happens.
Several days later, I was on top of a little hill looking down in all directions from about 20,000 feet. Below me was a glacier, and from the thick brush, a huge brownish colored beast came out and climbed slowly across the glacier. This took about 5 minutes. It then went into the thick brush and on the other side of the glacier. This was extremely remote and rugged area. I would say that there was no possibility that it could have been a Goliath-sized Sherpa. I would say that 20 miles away from any yak pasture in a full-length beaver coat, I took a photo of it with my new camera I bought in Europe. It was not too adept with using it. I'm going to say he meant adapted.
Yeah.
With
Adapt to
using it. And 6 months later, when I had the film developed, the photo came out a little overexposed, of course, from the bright white background of the glacier. There was clearly a large dark object visible in the middle of it, but not with clarity. Also
So he
noticed,
just ruined his own chance.
I considered going down to take photos of footprints in the ice and mud, but I was struggling to breathe, and that side of the mountain was extremely thick and nasty. Other witnesses. I was not only alone, but for weeks I was actually hiding from trekkers. So I didn't speak of my encounter with anyone for weeks after.
Hiding from what?
Trekkers.
Like
Trekkers.
Local police. What?
Other stories. Not from anyone I've spoken to. The notable event here would be to say how nonchalant the Sherpas were when hearing the howls. I noticed no sign of excitement in them while I was praying that my dysentery would not force me to venture out of the rock hunt during the night.
What?
I'm gonna come out and say it. I think that whole thing is just fake.
So
Completely fake.
he's from Oregon.
In the Himalayas. He's been
He's
to Europe.
16.
He's 16, hiding from trekkers. He's been out there for a week.
Who is this guy? Indiana Jones?
Hold on. What's the legal age limit in the Himalayas for drinking?
I don't
Uh,
He
know.
could
well,
very
There
have, he could have
probably-
very well have
there
been drunk running
probably
away
isn't
from the
one.
police.
I don't even think it was in the Himalayas.
No, it was. He said he didn't go to the Himalayas.
Oh, glacier in the Himalayas.
Oh.
So that
So
whole
wait,
thing.
is there a photo attached
No.
to this? Oh, of
No.
course. Well, I took a photo and it happened to be overexposed, but I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna show
include
it.
that here.
No, I think that whole thing's fake. First, what was a 16-year-old doing out in that area?
That's the most wacky story I've ever heard.
He wanted to be by himself so bad, so for weeks he stayed with just random people hiding from.
At 16.
Look up right now what trekkers are.
What is a trigger?
Look that up.
What is a trekker? Enter. A person who makes a long, arduous journey, especially on foot. That makes sense.
So he was avoiding people?
He was avoiding hikers. He just it's a weird word.
He's just like, he really
He
antisocial.
really doesn't like being around people.
He escaped high school.
He's on the run.
You escaped.
No. No. Those trekkers were really government spies meant to wipe his brain of ever seeing the Yeti.
Mhm.
It's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, no, nah.
It's exactly what he thought.
I think
Those
that
guys
whole
are gonna wipe my brains once they catch me.
that whole thing was fake.
Oh my gosh, so crappy.
That was. I mean, that could be a really good movie.
A 16-year-old, he's like, oh, Bigfoot, or sorry,
We
Yeti.
should make a Yeti movie.
No, you
now.
gotta say it in like a
Oh,
Russian accent. He was probably
Oh,
Russian.
it's Yeti.
Oh my comrade, it was the Yeti.
That's German.
What?
That's German.
It's both.
It says he was drop jawed.
What?
I'm reading the rest of the. It seemed to be brownish black, solid, definitely a beefy creature on two legs,
So
just
beefy.
going up and down among the crevices of the steep glacier that was about 80 to 100 yards wide. It was very agile. It made its way to the other side and made a way into brush. It seems like it was 5 to 10 minutes. I didn't have a watch. I was just fascinated, drop-jawed. I knew right away it was the Yeti, but I didn't have proof and I didn't make it down there. I was just taking baby breath sitting there. Glacier was 80 to 100 yards wide.
It was a beefy creature.
It's a big glacier. Jeez.
I don't believe a word of that. It might have been the most like random, confusing Yeti report I've ever heard.
Yeah. For
Plus,
real.
if it was in the snow, if it really was the
Class
Yeti,
A.
I'm pretty sure that
That doesn't mean
that was
anything.
Class A. That was Class A. What is their Class F? What is their F?
There's only A, B, and C.
I saw Bigfoot. That's their Class
No,
F.
the Class A means like a report of someone seeing something. Class B is like,
Like
oh, I
hearing.
heard a noise. Class C is like, oh, my grandpa told me this. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
No.
So it's like they don't actually base it off credibility. It's just like what they saw or heard.
Okay. This one, I'm going to read it before I read it out loud.
Okay.
While you read that, I just want to point something out. I think that there's a lot more, and hear me out when I say this. I'll explain why I think this in a minute. But I think there's a lot more credibility to most, if not all, of the Yeti sightings compared to a lot of Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah, it's because everybody knows about Bigfoot.
Well, no, it's not just that. See, the thing is, the Yeti is in a smaller area compared to where all of the reports of Bigfoot have been. Like there are so many reports of Bigfoot, and some of them are very compelling. Well, only a good few of them are like, oh, that's real. The rest are so fake that you just so bad. But with the Yeti, there's a lot besides that one story you just said, Silas. There are a lot of stories about the Yeti that I'm like, most if not all of those could be real, because it's in much more of a secluded area to where, and I've read so many reports of the Yeti coming down and attacking and killing yaks. And there was one eyewitness report who claimed that they survived an attack from the Yeti. I forget who, but they were tending to their yaks on the slopes of some of the mountains, and they heard the Yeti come down, and the Yeti comes down and attacks this yak and starts eating it, and then goes and like I don't remember, like punches or hits the person and like knocks him out and continues to eat the yaks. And there's a lot of reports of that happening. And where it's more compelling for me is because the Yeti lives in the Himalayas, in the mountain ranges, which are nearly impossible to explore. You hear reports of people going up to try and go to the top of a lot of the mountains in Himalayas. Most of them don't come back. They're nearly impossible to explore because the higher you go, the less you can breathe, until eventually you just can't breathe. And it's so cold up there that you just freeze. Like it's so hard to get up there, and around that territory is where the Yeti actually is. So it's more compelling for me because sure, there aren't as many Yeti sightings as there are Bigfoot, but that's because it's nearly impossible to go to the area where the Yeti sightings are and get more proof.
Mm-hmm.
So there very well could be. I think there is a Yeti in the Himalayas, and they haven't found it because they can't survive where the Yeti is.
So if getting higher it's harder to breathe, I would think Yeti has more human-like lungs.
But you've seen a Yeti. They probably have a like.
Yeah, I've seen the Yeti.
Well, I mean, like you've heard, like you have a good idea. Like when you think of a Yeti, you think of just this but white. So I mean, they have big lungs, and they don't just like live up in that area. But I'm saying around roughly in that area is where they.
Okay. Here's where one fact can knock it like dominoes. Bigger lungs aren't good.
That's true.
When you go up there, there's actually less oxygen for a big creature to breathe.
Yeah.
Because have you ever seen any movie where a guy like grows bigger and then he like over like 8, 9, 10, 15 feet, and it's harder for him to breathe? Because your heart and your lungs need oxygen for your heart. Your blood needs oxygen for your blood to pump and your heart to work. So the higher you go and the less oxygen there is, bigger lungs actually won't help you. They'll actually be more dangerous because you need more oxygen.
Thank you, Professor Cole.
Maybe he has smaller lungs. I don't know, but it's easier.
He has smaller lungs. That's also a bad thing because then he doesn't have enough oxygen.
It's easier for a Yeti to survive up there than for a human.
Okay, here's where I'm thinking. I'm thinking he lives on much lower parts of the Himalayas, but he might be constantly moving and that's why you don't see him.
Even the lower areas are still really hard to explore.
Mm,
Yeah, it's like rainforest and jungle.
exactly.
Which is
That's
kinda
why.
The entire
nice.
Himalayas is hard to explore. I mean, sure, there have been plenty of people that have scaled most of the mountains, but I mean, like once like blizzards come in, like it's really hard to survive
Well,
there.
yeah, but I don't think that has much. That if anything, that just beats down the Yeti. 'Cause oh,
Mm.
it's so hard to survive there. Then why would Yeti be there?
No, but then there's also the fact that
Bless you.
okay, but then there's also the thing that the Yeti might be adapted to living in that
Mhm.
environment
That is true.
that we don't know about.
Exactly.
That's
That we
true.
it
What I'm
might have
saying.
methods. But again, oxygen is a big thing for any
Well, it
mammal.
doesn't live
Any
at the
mammal.
top of the mountain. It just
Exactly. But it might be constantly moving around and can't go too high up the mountain and can't go too down low on like the possibility it is in danger.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's staying in like its territorial sections, then it's far less likely for someone who doesn't know the environment like the Yeti does, because I mean he's lived so long apparently, hiding in those rainforests and cliffs and mountains that we don't know about him. So either there are multiple Yeti and they are
Well, yeah.
very good at hiding, or there's one big dude who's very good at hiding.
there has to be multiple. Otherwise, taking the count of a Yeti's lifespan, that's
I mean, even gorillas live not as long as humans.
I mean they grew. I mean there has to be more than one, but
I mean, uh, but he also would need like large food sources. So like yaks, yes, would work. But if he's also like an ape, then if he's also ape-like, then he would forage and eat like local uh plants and fruits.
well, all the reports that I've seen of the Yeti, yeah, he's still ape-like, but he's less ape-like than Bigfoot is. And those are just the reports that I've seen. And I read a whole book on a lot of Yeti reports. And
Okay, maybe okay, here's where it might also get a little wild. Maybe he also is like less ape, but not close to a human. Maybe he's like closer to his own species. Because we have things like platypus. Literally, it's a mammal that lays an egg and has a duck bill and a beaver tail. I mean, you got wild stuff like that.
And it's
That
poisonous.
and it's poisonous. Yes.
yeah,
Well, venomous. Venomous is more accurate.
Doesn't it have an extra toe?
I don't know, but no, that's the little like claw hook thing, whatever it is. That's has venom. Well, the Bigfoot might be a known species altogether that's ape-like, but not related to apes. Because humans are ape-like, but not related to apes. Monkeys are ape-like, not related to apes. See where I'm going with this?
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because a lot of things are ape-like, but not related to apes.
that's true.
Yeah, I think the Yeti is much better adapted to surviving in the Himalayas. Still, it can't go like
Can't go too high, a
no,
fear of
no. But
suffocation. Can't go too low, fear of uh, like being found out and killed. Because can't remember where I heard this, but I'm pretty sure uh No, now I can't even remember what animal. I think it was dolphins. I don't know.
What?
But they would tell their young where they in their experience they found bad stuff, and they found bad stuff, and they would tell their young or teach their young not to go there because of the bad stuff.
So freaking smart.
Just like me.
I mean, apes are smart. They can literally sign things, play video games, and all that.
Mhm.
Why not just be able to simply tell your little
Don't go over there.
baby thing, don't go over there? Yeah.
Big scary human. Ooh.
Big scary human.
Bang bang. Guy.
Pow pow. Don't go over there.
They stuff you. They stuff you
They'll
with
steal
chemicals.
your scalp.
That's another thing that I was gonna pull out. Is I watched this whole documentary on this guy going to the Himalayas, and he went to this secluded town in the Himalayas where they claim to have a Yeti scalp.
Wasn't it DNA
That's-
tested and it's just the scalp of a goat?
I can't remember. I know I can't. I know he found. I'm trying to remember. Maybe, probably, but I don't know. It looked real. I mean, it
Anything can look real.
it was
it's just
more.
a matter of whether or
Well,
not it is.
I don't know about anything can look real, but
Do I
The-
look real?
but the like the fur and color of the scalp was much more in line with how they described the Yeti was in that report you just read, Silas, like brownish black.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what the color of the scalp was.
Yeah, that's why, like, okay, here's what I'm saying. That's why, like, a white Yeti would be less likely because they can't be, they're not as commonly up in those snowy climates where a white pelt would be necessary for camouflage and all that.
Here's my theory. I think there is no such thing as a Yeti. I think Bigfoot, I think it's literally just a Bigfoot who has gone out and snow is white. He's got fur.
Boom. White
Snow
Bigfoot.
is gonna stick to his fur, okay? Because if all of these Yetis
He's just like, I'm going on a
reports and stuff.
stroll. Oh no, a
They're
camera.
all brown, like a Yeti, or sorry, like a Bigfoot. So
Okay, maybe it's also. Hold on. Yeah, I like your idea, but
We
also
also-
maybe Yeti is also just like in the species area of Bigfoot.
See,
was
the
about to
species
Because
say-
again,
It could all just be the same, like, maybe Bigfoot isn't even like an ape, but it's like its own species.
exactly.
And then there are
That's
like
why it's bipedal, and
then
but-
there are subspecies. Like obviously we know like Bigfoot, that's like whatever's in Washington, but then reports of skunk ape are different down in Florida. And then reports of Yeti are even slightly different from Bigfoot, but they could all be part of the same,
Mhm.
I don't know, like genealogy, I guess.
Well, if they're all the same as genealogy, I think they're all descended from the Gigantopithecus.
Boom. Which we know existed.
'Cause the
we
Gigantopithecus,
only got a tooth of that thing.
huh?
Don't we only have a tooth of the
Isn't there like a
Gigantopithecus?
jaw?
No,
we
yeah, it's a
I
whole,
thought we
it's
found
the
a
whole
jaw.
jaw of a skull. The
That
Gigantopithecus,
skull?
the Gigantopithecus was a prehistoric ape-like creature that was very similar to Bigfoot. Huge.
Just
Okay,
like,
okay,
you
okay,
know,
here's
4
where I'm
foot
going.
taller.
Here's where I'm going. Scientists make such wild assumptions
That is
about
true.
the smallest bones. So that
But
jaw
it's
could be a
really
part of
not a small
anything.
bone, though. It's
Anything.
so big.
But it's an ape jaw that's
Which means, hold on.
4 times the
means-
size as any other ape jaw.
But if you think about it, I mean, our jaws, they say are similar to apes.
Oh, they kind of
Our
are.
skulls are similar to apes.
They kind of
What
are.
if that four times the size is just part of the same genealogy of like Bigfoot or Yeti? Just a very older species that did actually go extinct.
That's what the Gigantopithecus is.
No, it's the Gigantopithecus is an ape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a prehistoric ape that went extinct.
That
But
was
it's
not
gene-
bipedal. That was not bipedal, from what scientists say.
Well,
They're demanding it's
You
something
just
that's
ruined Jackson's whole day.
no,
they're
no, I'm saying
demanding something that they have no proof for. No
That's
proof.
true. We do
Scientists-
literally only have the lower jaw.
there are a lot of other things that they don't really have any proof of, but we believe anyway. But listen,
Mhm.
but the
I
Gigantopithecus
think
not
someone's
being
trying to
it could
break
have
the
been bipedal. They don't know. Could have been bipedal. And even if it
And it
wasn't,
also could have not been an ape.
and even if it wasn't, its genealogy could have adapted to their environment.
But that
Right.
wouldn't mean their entire bone structure would change.
Well,
Because, again, microevolution, that's okay. Big evolution, science, literally
mean
science proves
macroevolution?
itself wrong. Science proves itself wrong
Yeah.
all the time. Constantly, every day.
Is it
Science
possible?
proves itself wrong.
Is it possible? I know we were just saying how Gigantopithecus could have not been the descendant of Bigfoot,
the descendant of Bigfoot.
or I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the
the Bigfoot
ancestor,
would be
the
descendant
ancestor of
of
Bigfoot,
Gigantopithecus.
the ancestor of Bigfoot. But like, say we are talking about like, um, even like microevolution and stuff. Even if the Gigantopithecus was different from Bigfoot, microevolution could, I mean, it could have changed, like, even just like small enough to that, oh, walking bipedal, that's a thing now.
No.
What if it learned to go by? We
Gorillas can't.
were
I
we
think-
when we started when
See,
we were
that's what I'm saying. Like, if
No, but there's a thing because our bone structure was developing. That's how you go from a baby crawling to a human because you are taught to stand up.
exactly, so
But
like,
with a gorilla, listen, with a gorilla, their bone structure from birth is going to grow into a gorilla. If they're taught to walk, their bone structure will stay the same, but they will be hurting themselves every time they try to walk standing up because they're doing something their body's not meant to do for a long time.
yeah.
my brain is hurting.
I'm just saying it's just another explanation for Bigfoot that what if the Gigantopithecus was by you saying that it wasn't bipedal because they have no proof. They have no proof that it like it well, what I'm trying to say is they don't have proof to say that it wasn't bipedal and they don't
Mhm.
have proof to say that it was bipedal.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been bipedal and if it
And
was
they also have no proof whether it's ape or not. Okay,
True.
but if you think about it, they say Bigfoot's ape. They say Bigfoot's ape-like. They say Yeti's ape-like. Why not just amp that up 4 times? 4 times a Bigfoot jaw. You get whatever the jaw they found.
Gigantopithecus.
Gigantopithecus. And if you think about it, um, the apes we have nowadays do have ancestors, but they didn't evolve from their ancestors. They just adapted and
Mhm.
survived. Because whatever gorillas were around when Gigantopithecus were. So what really happened
Yeah,
there.
it does get a bit confusing.
So because if you think about it, we're not looking from an evolutionary standpoint. That would be honestly wrong of all
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
of both of everybody. But
all
if you
two
look
of
at
us.
it,
All everybody.
why not clump together those four: skunk ape, Bigfoot, Yeti, uh, Gigantopithecus? Why not clump all four of those together and you have a species?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what we've been trying to say.
that's literally what we've been trying to say.
No, no. Okay, here's what I'm saying. Gigantopithecus, like what they say it is, does not exist because they have no proof it existed.
So what do you think it is?
I'm thinking it is something a lot like what Yeti and Bigfoot are in Skunk Ape, but much on a much bigger scale. Because if it's as big as they say, again, there's like oxygen. They have to have oxygen. If they have lungs that big, then there's a big problem there because it would need to stay in places where there is a lot of oxygen.
Well, it was easier to get oxygen back during the time that it was around.
Yeah, when there's no like fossil fuel, when there's no destroying the ozone layer.
Save the
But
environment.
yeah, when there was much more trees. So yes, a bigger creature could exist. For all,
Well, dinosaurs.
Mhm.
I mean, every creature has been shrinking for the last couple thousand years.
Except humans.
Actually, humans have also. Humans
No,
have also.
dude, have you
Oh, boy.
seen, like, have you gone to a museum and seen all of the clothes from, like, the 40s and 50s? They were so stinking small.
Hmm.
Like, I'm, like, almost 1.5 times the height of a guy, an average dude from the 50s.
Okay. If you also listen, there are different heights all around the world. Different heights for different people all around the world. Genetic disorders, uh,
That's
birth
true.
disorders, stuff like that.
Jackson, those
They
clothes
all
just could have been
change.
for a
Yeah,
short guy. This
exactly.
could have been.
Every single museum I've been to.
How many museums have you been
In
to?
things like Africa,
Two.
there were,
Dude, see, I mean,
but in places
every
like
museum
Africa,
I've been to two.
No, I've been to more than that, but
in places like Africa, there are much taller people than what you would see in England.
yeah.
See, again, but also it's just a matter of how many generations there's been.
Yeah. All I'm saying is it's plausible that Gigantopithecus is related to Bigfoot and Yeti and Yowie and all them because we don't know. We're doing right now is just throwing out possible theories that we think could explain the unexplained. So all I'm saying is it's pretty it's likely that they all could be related in some way, in some sort of way. I'm just saying it's a plausible theory to have for where they came from. And I mean,
Okay. What just the one statement I want to say. Let's just keep the name Gigantopithecus, but let's just scratch any idea we have about it.
Okay, what if this is an idea I just had.
Hmm.
So we know he had a really big jaw, right?
Yeah.
that's all we know.
What if the rest of him was just like a normal gorilla? What if the only jaw that we have of a supposed Gigantopithecus was just a gorilla,
Massive silverback.
a gorilla, no, with that,
With the huge underbite.
no, with the what was it we were talking about earlier?
Oh gosh.
What?
Oh
hold
no,
on.
that would ruin so many
Oh
people's ideas.
no!
Oh man,
Yeah,
I would love that.
macrodactyly. What if
Didn't
it
it
was
say
just?
that's just for fingers and toes?
What if
though?
it? No, it wasn't just. What if
It's
it was
just
just a
mainly.
gorilla with macrodactyly in his jaw? Just
Hmm.
imagine a gorilla with a huge underjaw. That'd be terrifying.
How do you
I
spell?
thought we had more for Gigantopithecus.
No, it's literally just the lower jaw. That's like it.
Again,
No.
that's
How do you
not
spell?
enough proof and not enough to say it existed.
Well, it's
Mac-
with type in gigant and then pithecus.
Bro.
Yeah, it is so easy to just debunk anything that involves one or two bones.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Gigantopithecus was like what scientists say it is. I'm just saying like it's obviously something.
I mean, it's something.
It's obviously
It's
something. I'm just saying
obviously.
it's likely that it could have been could be related to Bigfoot and Yeti and Yowie and all them.
Mm-hmm.
This is pitiful.
What?
We don't even have a full lower jaw. It's just like
Yeah,
half of it
Yeah, it's because like, don't you have like a
and
little?
some teeth. Like
Yeah, don't you have like a split right here, and that's how you get.
no, it's only it's not the there
Look-
is a split on humans, but no, this jaw it's like literally, you got this whole section here. It's like just this bit.
And then they created a skull.
Yeah,
And
but the rest of it's completely all manufactured. There's no way to know that's what it looked like. Literally
Like
zero way.
none at all. None at all. That's. I mean,
Well, they
if you-
manufactured it based on
based on their
logical.
Idea. Not logical. It's based on their idea. They want it to be some sort of missing link or something
True.
that evolved into like gorillas or orangutans.
Should we show the size of the jaw?
Yeah, just screen share.
It's really not impressive at all.
Oh, I know what it looks like. I'm just saying.
It's not going to be much bigger. It's
I
not
gotta
going to be
find a good one.
too much bigger because again, things haven't shrank.
And they
like,
have pictures of what
exponentially.
they think Gigantopithecus actually looked like just based on the jaw. Which I don't know.
Which is
Yeah,
which is
the
stupid.
third.
Did they do that with
of
like a
jaw that
an
we have.
incomplete skeleton for like a gorilla or something, like a monkey thing
Mhm.
that they claimed was the missing link for humans?
I want to point this out. Did you know that even back in like the 1890s, people didn't think chimpanzees and gorillas were real?
That's okay. That's stupid.
Because they were like, oh no, there's wild men in Africa. Like they didn't even know what the heck chimpanzees
Mhm.
and gorillas were. So like, I don't know where I was going with
Planet
that.
of the Apes all over again.
Oh, I hope not.
I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean.
Me joining, did I actually make you guys think really, really hard?
Mhm.
Do you not like that?
Yeah,
We
you
normally don't think that
ruined Jackson's whole day. I've just been listening here, absorbing everything.
I mean, I
and
completely
Jackson's just
debunked
like,
Gigantopithecus, and he's been telling me for the last year and a half how he's.
It's
Sorry,
a
I'm not gonna put air
theory I
quotes on
have.
that.
It's just a
You
theory I have.
sound so confident every time you.
It's
say
just
it.
you know what you sound confident in? Your
Hmm.
theory about dragons being spiritual beings.
No, that wasn't. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, I was not confident in that at
Yes,
all.
you were. You told me all about how they were spiritual beings and that they were
I
in the
watched
Bible.
that in a video.
What?
No, I watched this. I was telling you about something that was said in a video.
No, you still say anyway. We don't need to start all that again.
And
don't
no,
need
I've
to-
had multiple theories on dragons, and each of them has advanced and gotten debunked in my own brain.
All I'm saying is Gigantopithecus could be related to Bigfoot, all them, and it could be an explanation for that. At the end,
For
and
all
at
you
the end
know,
of the
for all
day,
you know, hold on. For all any of us know, Bigfoot's and Yeti's jaws look exactly like that jaw, but just smaller.
they could.
It's an incredibly small jaw.
Yes, it is.
I mean, they could.
Or sorry, it's not a small jaw. It's just a small fragment of a big jaw.
Mm-hmm.
If it
And then
even
they
is a
make
big jaw.
something
What if there's
so
only
big around
like
something so little?
I don't know. It's why is it so small? Where's the rest of the skeleton? I'm
Yeah, they need to
confused.
find like a complete skull or something.
Thing is, they haven't.
Yeah, well,
in
one
a
day
long
they
time.
one day they will, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is completely different than what we thought it was." Literally just a big Ice Age gorilla.
Yeah.
Big Ice Age gorilla.
If you look behind you, like, what if one day they literally just take up the skull and put it right next to that outline?
Wait! Whoa! I've
And
just
then
had
see.
I've just had an apostrophe.
Oh gosh.
You know how they have Elliot,
It's epiphany, dude. It's
Elliot.
epiphany.
Elephants, and woolly mammoths.
Did you say Elliot?
I did for a second, and then I corrected myself and said elephants.
Elephant.
Elephants and woolly mammoths. Woolly mammoths are just elephants with fur to help them deal with like whatever.
Uh-huh.
What if the Gigantopithecus was just a gorilla, but with a lot more fur and stuff? And over the years, in the genealogy of Gigantopithecus, now we have like Yeti and and how that has extra fur, if it's real, that has extra fur to deal with the harsh climates of the Himalayas. And even like skunk ape and Bigfoot have extra fur and stuff.
So here's an interesting fact. Back in the day, like back Bible times and stuff, animals used to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Much bigger.
huge, like maybe this giganto, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of the thing. Maybe it's just Bigfoot, but because back in the day, because we don't know how old this supposed jaw
Jaw.
or whatever is. So what I'm trying to say is maybe this Gigantopithecus is just Bigfoot, just because back in the day stuff was bigger.
Yeah.
So who knows? Like, I mean, there are fossils from huge fish
Mm-hmm.
that there's like
Megalodon.
yeah, but they can't find one anymore because there's just during like the flood there was plenty of room for huge animals
Mm-hmm.
and or fish in this case, and so when it all dried up,
That's how a lot of
there's no room anymore for these huge fish and stuff. So I think stuff used to be bigger back then because they're
Because that's
also
what their environment allowed them to be.
theories state that there used to be more water on Earth than there was land, and it's.
I mean, there still is.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like more than now. And
Yeah.
so more
if you
room.
Well, yeah,
to-
that would explain how like we have
I
an
did
entire
research.
museum in Kansas of aquatic skeletons that have been found in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Or that could just be a
underwater.
result of like
That's why
even
Kansas is
if
flat.
that could just be a complete result of the flood
Hold on,
um,
hold on.
having.
Okay, I did research for about a year and a half on the flood and where all the water went and what happened like that. Uh, and what I found was actually like really stunning. We have a lot of water far below the Earth's crust. Like there's a lot of water, like deep in the Earth,
Mm.
deep. And if you think about it, we got the clouds. Okay, that's a lot of water. We got Antarctica. That's a lot of water. But you're like, where's the rest of the water? Where's the rest of the water? You got to dig really, really, really deep to get to all that water.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
then
mean,
there's also the possibility that God had sent extra water to complete the flood and then just took it away.
Yeah, see, that makes the most sense to me.
yeah.
It honestly makes a
Well,
lot
the
of sense.
flood once the like Silas, how you're saying how there's like no room for big fish once the flood dried up. I mean, that's entirely plausible because that's probably how a lot of the aquatic reptiles, dinosaurs, but they're not really dinosaurs, died off and went extinct is because after the flood, once most of the water dried out, they're just I don't know. They just kind of died off because there wasn't enough water for them. And fun fact, this is a scary fact in my opinion. We know more about space, even though we haven't really been out. We know more about space
Then we
than
know
we do
about
our
our
own
own
ocean.
oceans.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if we can say that because we haven't even gone to the moon yet.
But we can't. We literally, but we can't. But humans haven't physically stepped
I'm
on
pretty sure
the
there's an
moon,
actual.
but they have sent satellites up into space. Humans
I
can't.
have.
They have
Okay.
sent satellites up there, but humans haven't physically stepped on the moon. But we know more about space than we do our own ocean because it's harder to explore the ocean than it is space. Because once you go deep enough in any sub, the water
Mhm.
pressure.
Because
I
you're
was-
getting
I was-
closer to the core of a planet,
I was about to
and the
say,
gravitational
like,
pull is just,
space.
and also water pressure. Hold
Mhm.
on, no, it's water pressure. Never mind. I was
Yeah,
thinking
water-
gravity, and I was like, oh my god, what am I? No,
No, it's water pressure because of the
water
intense water pressure pushing down on the sub. I learned this
Yeah,
from
it's like-
Wild Kratts.
It's
The
like
intense
having
water pressure pushing down on the submarine.
it's like
crushes
having millions of gallons of wet cement
Mm-hmm.
crush you.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jack?
Even though like you could take a drop of it, lick it, it's salty, whatever.
Ew.
but that if you go down deep enough, it's
So who knows what's down there?
we know only about 7. No, I'm thinking it's either 3 or 7% of our ocean.
I thought it was 7%.
I
Yeah,
heard it was
7. Okay, that
5.
Who knows what's
I
in
mean
the
that was a
ocean?
long time ago.
Yeah,
Like who knows what's
We know less than 10%. We know less than 10% of our ocean.
yeah. No, what I was gonna say, like, even though most likely a human has not stepped their foot on the moon, we still have sent actual, like, robots
Mhm.
and,
Yeah.
you know,
Rovers.
rover. Yeah, like, I think, like, the rovers 100% are on Mars.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
110%. There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
It's
And
because it's actually realistic that they can send the rovers there.
yeah,
But to send a human to a place like the moon
in the
Mars.
60s, yeah,
in
no,
the 60s, we have more technology than much more advanced technology than we did back then.
yeah. Did you know?
And they claim that the stuff that was in the Apollo 11 was just all burnt up when it came back.
Oh,
so they
yeah.
couldn't recreate it.
They
Not like
lost.
you don't have blueprints.
They lost all the technology. They didn't know how to recreate it. When literally everything and more that they would have had access to in the 60s to send a person to the moon is all in your cell phone nowadays.
It's true.
And thing is, you want to know something? A fun fact: Neil Armstrong himself was interviewed, and he said that it was all recorded in a Hollywood studio.
Yeah, and Buzz Aldrin punched a dude in the face.
Yep.
Because he couldn't swear on the Bible that he went to the moon.
Well, one thing I will say about that, it's honestly really depressing and sad. People have died trying to go to the moon for a lie.
Yeah, because they all explode.
They lied about going to the moon in the 60s and they tried to recreate it, and people have actually died trying to go, and it's really depressing and sad because they lied about it in the first place. Like, I forget which Apollo mission it was, but they were 3 astronauts, and they got into a capsule trying to get to the moon, and the capsule caught on fire and they burned alive.
They're literally just okay. All America had a problem with was how big their freaking ego is.
That's true. They couldn't come out and say that they lied, so they had to throw away innocent people's lives.
Thing is, if Russia actually tried, America would have easily seen how dangerous it is to actually go to the moon. But since America made that little scam, Russia
started the space race, though.
Yeah, Russia started the space race. But didn't Russia not go to the moon since America did?
Mm-hmm. They've sent countless probes and satellites up there. That's how the whole thing started, was with the Sputnik.
Mm-hmm. But Russia didn't send people to the moon.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Well, what was I saying? It's because, like, literally, what was I saying? If we really could have sent people to the moon to, like, colonize the moon, stuff like that, for all the reasons that America and the world claim, will make everything right once we get to the moon.
Once we get to the moon again, well, everything will be okay.
It's been, what, 50, 60 years since...
Longer.
Yeah, 60... Yeah, longer. And these NASA scientists, they're like, oh, we can't get to the moon. Let's move on to Mars. That's literally what they did. They're like,
I know,
forget the moon, move on to Mars.
But what's even crazier is that, yeah, like, the Apollo missions, yeah, they were all pretty much a lie. But then, like, recently there have been the Artemis missions, which, we're supposed to go back to the moon. Last September, they were supposed to send another team of people up to the moon. But guess what? It got delayed.
It got delayed because all the studios in Hollywood were taking up shooting big movies. They couldn't.
I was about to say, all of the CGI budget was on Avatar 3. So
yeah, they were busy. James Cameron was like, "Sorry, we can't help you scam America again. We gotta film this movie again."
And we've got 4, 5, and 6 on the way. So you're
we've got 2 more movies we gotta do.
We are booked.
I mean, yeah, it's.
We have gone so off topic.
Yeah.
You need to just rename this entire. Okay.
That's awesome.
No,
Silas.
This episode is gonna have like 8 different titles.
Yeah.
The title should just be a bunch of random theories we have.
Okay.
Plus
you
Yeti.
literally.
Plus Yeti. Yeah, little thing in there for the Yeti.
Okay, so this episode was intended to be the Yeti, but there's so many different opinions and wild theories out there.
They're all just theories. That's the.
They're all just theories. That's the point. There is no real proof, like no real proof the Yeti exists. There's no real proof. Uh, Gigantopithecus
There's no
Gigantopithecus existed.
there's no real proof that I'm real.
Exactly. Exactly.
I knew. All along.
But it's always just a good time to argue it out with friends.
Argue it out
For
No, I'm
all of
really
you guys know,
enjoying
I'm
this
just a
pop-off
VR. I'm just a VR. Not even here.
VR, AI, whatever.
Oh man, ChatGPT.
Just make me a Silas. Here you go, Silas.
I mean, yeah,
Silas, give us your most like basic face, like meh. You're not doing it right.
It's
Sorry, I'm
confirmed
trying not
he's a
to smile.
robot.
but I mean, yeah, the whole. Oh gosh, what were we even talking about? Ocean.
The title of this episode. I'm blanking.
Started as Yeti, random stuff after.
No. Cole's many conspiracy theories plus Yeti and robot Silas.
Dude, no. If you think that's the extent of Cole's conspiracy theories, that is literally
Oh.
the tippity tip top of the iceberg.
Dude, and thing is,
And the
even if
iceberg
I'm
goes
completely
way
wrong,
down.
and if even if I'm completely wrong, I will argue as if my
You've
life
gotten into some
depended on it.
very heated debates over his theories. I mean,
Ugh. I will. Thing is, I'm competitive by nature, so I will argue.
even if
Until
it's
you're
the
wrong.
stupidest theory on the planet, he will argue it to his grave.
Yeah, I will argue until you're wrong. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That was pretty good.
Well, on that note, I think that about wraps it up for today.
What was so funny is I've had this this sighting
Oh, yeah,
of
you
Yeti
just had that.
literally this whole time.
Okay, let's just quickly read this, then stop the episode.
Okay, let's just end the episode with something that the episode was supposed to be about.
Silas has just been waiting patiently for like the past 40
Got
minutes.
no evidence
just like-
enough about the ocean.
Well, I don't even think that this is real evidence at all. I just think the way the story was told is cool, especially the end.
Okay.
Class B sighting. U.S. soldier views unexplainable subject near Barji Matal. 11/15/2011. What?
Oh man, I stayed up way too late. My mom's gonna kill me.
What? Witnessed something he couldn't explain. Who? Army sergeant, 26 years old. Did 2 tours in Iraq and
26.
1 in Afghanistan.
Sergeant at 26.
Where? Barji Matal, Nuristan province, Afghanistan. I think I said all that right.
I hope so.
There's a Bigfoot in Afghanistan?
Oh Lord.
I met the witness at the 2013 Kentucky expedition, and he recounted to me an experience he had when he was in the U.S. Army stationed in Afghanistan in 2011. Account. What the sergeant viewed, He saw
one
through an
little-
infrared scope. Thermal military grade thermal
Hmm.
are far more detailed at distances than commercial grade
Mhm.
units. The subject was 500 to 600 meters away, which is 31 to 38 miles. No, 0.31 to 0.38 miles. And it was viewed for 10 to 15 minutes. It was enough of an event that he woke the 5 other soldiers and his troops to look through the scope. None of them
Whoa.
could come up with a reasonable explanation for what they were seeing. Only explanation that didn't sound completely crazy was that a gorilla had escaped a zoo. What he saw scrambling up a granite shale mountain at a far more agile rate than he could because of the tricky footing as a result of the loose fitting rocks. It looked like a big monkey or ape. It was big and beefy in the shoulders. That seems to be a
Recurring.
common word.
So the Yeti just has a lot of beef to it.
There are. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. RHESUS space MACAQUE monkeys in the area, but their maximum dimensions for a male are a height of 25 feet and weight of 30 pounds.
What?
25 feet tall?
Weight of 30 pounds. That's
Gigantic.
really.
Is
Are you
this real?
saying inches, Silas?
25 feet tall.
Sorry, inches. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Well, they use the dumb little 2 lines, and I get it mixed up.
I'm 2'1", and I'm 25 feet tall.
25.
Okay. Characteristically, they are only active during the day and sleep at night and move in troops of 20 to 200. Locals use blankets as coats, and it was clear that whatever it was was not wearing any clothing because of the heat signature it was giving off. Its body was all one shade of white.
Mm.
If someone was wearing clothing, whatever part of the body was covered with the clothes would be darker than the exposed skin or hair.
Mm-hmm.
Example,
Maybe it was just a really big, naked, sweaty dude.
Maybe it was Cole.
Nah.
okay,
Cole
this
was old,
this
man.
is the cool part. The sergeant stated if he thought in any way that the unknown subject was human, he would have engaged it and shot it with his M14 EBR battle rifle.
So he's like,
That's the cool part? He would have just
he mentions a gun.
committed murder?
Well, that's not how I thought of it.
How'd
Thing
you
is,
think
if
of
he
it?
had simply shot at it, he would have probably scooped himself a Bigfoot.
Might have been just some
Or a
homeless
Yeti.
dude. You just go up and shoot it with his fancy rifle.
Naked homeless dude walking up the side of a freezing mountain.
Oh my gosh. Imagine, like, in Afghanistan, escaping a prison camp,
Oh
and
lord.
you're making your way over to the U.S. Army. And they're just like, what is that?
I don't know. What is that? Looks like a target.
Oh
my
so bad.
You thought that
They're like,
was cool?
save me! Save me!
I mean, if it was Bigfoot / Yeti, he missed his chance.
Yeah, for real.
But Bigfoot in Afghanistan?
No, he said Yeti. It was Yeti, dude.
The Yeti in Afghanistan?
Well, the location, I looked up the location, and it's hold on, I'll do it again.
It'll take
It's
another
like
40 minutes.
It's like in the mountains.
Hmm.
Snowy.
I mean,
snowy mountains. Ish. I'll show you.
Again, he can't be too high up or oxygen, blah, blah, blah. Dead.
Blah blah blah. Dead.
Okay, I gotta go. We gotta end this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool beans. That's the end of that. Jackson, you want to pray us out?
Sure. Dear God, I thank you for this time together, and I thank you that we got to have Cole as a guest, and I pray that you would be with us as we do another one of these, and thank you for the fun time we got to have. Please just be with us as we go about our day tomorrow, and in precious name I pray, dear Lord. Amen.
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 Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching this episode. It's
been something.
It definitely went way off topic with the whole moon landing and whatnot, but it was still interesting. So hope you all join us again for our next one, and we will see you at the next one.
What do we do now?
Okay, I'm going to end it there.